we're invited to ask our timeline that goes back into the past. Don't try to just let it be as it is. And just feel it, see it, sense it. Then ask if there is anything in the past that you need to know, or if there is any information or whatever. Just see how far, just observe how far away it reaches. Just with your intention, let it go back, way back into the beginning of the time. And as you come back to the beginning of time, you will notice that it starts to be pushed back into, so your past, the timeline from the past, will come into this present now. And you can feel a sense of gratitude, love, for your past, for your history, for evolution. Just feel how it pulls back, pours forward into this present now. So as you think about your past, you will hold a space, a single point within your heart where all your past is now in the present moment. And just feel that. Now we are asked to do the same with our future timeline. See it as far as you can see it, sense it. Maybe there will be a feeling of peace, surrendering, and then start to see how that timeline also starts to shrink back into your heart, into this present moment, into the same spot within your heart where it combines, come into where the timeline from your past is. So them two are coming together in one, in your heart. And just notice if you feel a difference within your energy field as your timelines shifts from a horizontal level, comes into one single point in your heart, and then as they come into a single point, it activates a vertical timeline. A vertical timeline that goes from the heart up through your chakras, out, up to the universe, from the heart down into the chakra system, down into the earth, into the center of the earth. And if you sense that there is more to your horizontal timeline, that it's still like in a horizontal level, just hold it, observe it. Ask if there is anything there for you to know. And then with your intention, hold intention. When it's done and finished, just go in, let it merge into your heart and come in fully into this vertical timeline. And that vertical timeline will put you in an energy where you're much more in the present now. That you are the connector between heaven and earth. As we sit in this vertical timeline, you can see it a pillar of light. You can think of it as a prana tube, torus field. The energies of the whales and the dolphins wants to come and join us. So with your intention inside, call for the energy and the presence of the whales and the dolphins. So call for the energy of the whales and the dolphins. Again, feel the energy shifts in the room. And you can might feel that sense of this huge whale body embracing us all in the quantum room, quantum field. the wells, inviting us to invite its presence even deeper. And to open our hearts for the whale's consciousness to be remembered again. And the whales invites us to open up for the possibilities. That there is codes within our etheric body, our energy field, that will be triggered and activated and unlocked, you could say, with the assistance of the whale's energy and the codes that it brings to us in this moment of now. So it's sort of the whales holds one code and we hold another code, and how they interlock and start to activate is the wrong word, but it starts to uncode itself. And in that uncodement, a lot of knowledge starts to unlock. And again, they invite us for the possibility that this might be so, that we once again are to receive the ancient knowledge that the whales has carried for us so long, up until this moment of now, where it's our turn to start to activate and carry and live this knowledge once again. And as we sit here and the energies of the whales and these codes, the element of water wants to join us again. So everyone, with your intention, invite the energy of the waters to come in. So we call forth the presence and the consciousness of the water, the element, the water. And again, this element of the water is assisting and allowing these transmissions of energies, these codes. It assists it to be a smoother transmission, interlocking. And now there's an energy again of the crystalline energy. So we call forth inside for the crystalline energy. This pristine crystalline energy that assists us in remembrance. and the mix of the whale's ancient knowledge in the support and love of the water, and in combination with the crystalline energy reflecting itself in the water. And we are invited to invite our physical body to relax as it's easy for it to tense up. So invite your physical body to relax. And let itself be vibrated and held and loved within these energies of remembrance. And my guides are inviting you to open up for the possibility that you have walked so many times on this earth, gathering knowledge in all different costumes. But many of these times, these lives, we have walked amongst very enlightened people. And there we have their scenes that's very present right now. Where we held a high consciousness, awareness, and how that knowledge, that consciousness is being more and more available for us to remember. And in that saying to remember, it's nothing to remember, it's an allowance to tune in to and vibrate with that frequency. That all of a sudden it's, I just woke up, now I remember. So there's nothing to know or expand your knowledge about. It's already in you. So with that said, the crystalline energy and the water and the whales are asking us to expand with our intention, expand this energy transmission, our room, further and further out into the vastness of our beingness. So just allow for your consciousness to expand what the guides are saying, as we expand, we start to access those codes, the remembrance that we put out, further out in the vastness of our being. Again, there is nothing to do. Just relax and with your intention, know that you know what you're doing. And my guides is also saying that as we have been together in various forms and past lives, just being in the same room, gathering here today, we will assist one another to activate memories, skills within each other. Just feel how the energy shifts in the room and between us as a group. And you might get flashes on different senses within your physical body. As we deepen the allowance to remember ourselves and each other on a much deeper level. And I can feel there's so much love, but also a sadness, of course, being apart, but also much joy and deep love and honoring. For one another. And as we sit in this, my guides shows me back again what they say, the importance, that's what the word they use, the importance to stay or hold yourself in a vertical timeline instead of a horizontal timeline, because if you draw it out or a horizontal timeline, the past and the future will affect you, and it will be more dense. But as you pull your timeline into one single point and go up in a vertical timeline in the presence, so as you hold yourself in gratitude, love, forgiveness, or whatever, you hold it for your whole beingness, and to come more and more into the fact that everything that happens is in this single now moment. And that creates such a greater freedom from the illusion of time, past and the future, into the freedom of now. And you're invited to play with this concept the days to come, the weeks to come. How it affects you. How it affects you when living in a horizontal timeline or a vertical timeline. You are a vast, powerful being. And it's time to remember and to live it in your everyday life. And from the start that Prageet started to channel Alcazar, Alcazar has always said that what you will refer to your reality now and your meditation at the spirit world, those proportions will shift. So your spiritual world will be your reality. You'll wake up to know that that's more your reality and what we would call life. The world that we live in will be the illusion, you can say, or what we the proportions of that will shift, and that's what's happening right now. So this transmission all the energies is continuing vibrating us. What they say, because as I feel that we should do something else, they say there's so much love, so much deep, deep love and honoring. From the guides, from your guides, your superconsciousness, your higher self, the angels, the ascended masters, the earth, the elements. And they again invite us to start to live as when we feel their presence, know that they are present. It will make a big difference, they say, in the vibration and how they and you can receive each other. You feel that wave of energy and confirmation that fills up the room as we say that. So we're going to thank these energies that's been here with us. But they're not going to fade away, I think. They're still going to be here, lingering, staying in the room. But I want you, even when these energies still in the room, still around us, to focus back into your physical body. Feel where you're seated. Be more conscious of the room around you. Ask for the earth to come up, or you see yourself going down, connecting to her core. Ground yourself from your heart, from your root. And again, be conscious of your physical body, your hands, your feet. And just feel your own energy in your body. And slowly, in your own time, you can, when you feel you'll come back totally, you can open your eyes. But as you open your eyes, still feel connected to the energies that is here surrounding you. And as you come back and just observe yourself. Observe your habits. If there is some habits when you come back from a meditation, and if there is a habit to disconnect from the energies or other habits, because again, my guides are saying that it's time to start to be conscious of how you go in and out from the meditated state. And to know yourself being connected with your guides even 10 minutes after your meditation is stopped. Always. And they're also pointing out that there is 3, 4 people in the group, 5 maybe, I don't know. Well, I would say every one of us to a certain degree, but there's specific ones where I see, they show me is that these codes, they show me it's codes, like containers, codes. That you hold codes, that it's time for you to open this container and start activating them. And there's nothing to do or perform, but it's the intention to open up yourself from within, from your heart, and start to allow your heart to vibrate from your purest, not purest, because we're all pure, from that intimate place of our beingness. So if you all just feel into that place, what that could be. Because there is a place, it's some of you might feel it as a stillness, calm stillness. Some will refer to it as a knowingness, or it could just be a vibration, or whatever it is for you. But it is something that is there, and so guy says, take away that there is any performance or there's something to do, some effort. But allow yourself to come into that feeling, into that depth of your being, that uniqueness, the pure joy and love that you are. And just let it out. Let go of the control of it. Let it out. Effortlessly, beautifully. Let that beauty radiate out. Touching others. I don't know if someone who feels it like it's in the neck, just below the neck, could be like a sensation. Even if it's a heaviness and you feel hold back or hold in, just love that and just know that. Because it's effortless to radiate that beauty, that uniqueness, those codes. Then it doesn't matter. There is no past or future that could hinder it or influence it. It's just pure. And as I said before, me and Marilyn, we feel that we're called to just have these gatherings every 3rd or 4th week, Sunday or Monday, sometime as now, because my guides 4 years ago, maybe. I don't know. Woke me up and just repeated all the. I invite you to unfold in the presence of each other. And that's been coming the whole time. And this is what I sense that we're doing. As we gather together, we unfold because we resonate with one another on such a deep level that we maybe not always are aware of. And things happens. So as we start to come into our own, in our essence, we unfold together. Yeah. Someone that wants to share something, or yeah.
So Karen, just unmute yourself, okay?
Okay. I find that the energies were very, very supportive, peaceful to my being, and I also do a crystalline consciousness. I do a transmission, and it was interesting to me because I wanted to see, if there was a difference in the energies, and there is a subtle difference. Although it could be the collective energy combining with the crystalline energy. But when I started transmitting the crystalline consciousness to people back, and I think it was in 2014, when I first received it, I would feel very cold in certain areas of my body. Some people get very warm, but I felt, and most people felt cold. The crystalline that I do is to help take the carbon-based DNA and transfer most of our energy into the crystalline DNA that lies in the quantum field. And in some of us, it's well established, and some people it's not. So it will bring it out in certain people. But the whole point of sharing was, maybe 20 minutes in, I started feeling that cold feeling again, which I haven't felt in a long time, because you get used to the energies that pass through you to become that energy. And so I miss feeling that, actually, because it was always confirmation, that even though it's a very strong energy that comes through and everybody feels it, I missed feeling it in me, while it was coming through. So I felt in my face that very cold sensation. I really do love these sessions. I think I would love to participate in the future. So, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for sharing, because this is what I, what my guides say, that we need to come together and share, because it's the unfoldment in the gatherings now. It's another level of, it's beautiful. Thank you.
And I'd be happy if anybody was interested to also offer mine. Actually, at the beginning when we started, I do this often. I put the energy into the field, but then I stopped because, not that the energy will stop sometimes, but because I wanted to just receive what was coming in. So, but if anybody would like that, I'd be happy to offer that as well.
Yeah, and I think that that's something that's developing, because these gatherings, that will be us coming together, us remembering ourselves in a group, in a unity consciousness. So it's not just me sitting here and I'm just putting words to the energies that wants to come in. But imagine the sea that we can bathe in together, as everyone just, beautiful. I'm so excited. Thank you. Yes, Kim. Oh, you didn't? Okay, okay. Oh, yes, so you unmuted.
Robin?
Yes, Maricela. Oh, Robin, yeah, whatever. Maricela, Robin, or Maricela?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my dear. So good to see everybody. Good to see Anne Sophie, Maryland. I've been missing you guys.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you for calling the whales, because even before you called them, they were already there. Especially when I merge, I always connect. I don't remember if you guide us to do that, but it is innately to connect with Mother Earth and with the cosmos. So as both became together, there was this beautiful emerald color. And from the emerald color, I went into the waters, and immediately the whales came, not the dolphins until you mentioned them, but my power animal is the whale. So it was so significant to travel with her and her baby. She has now a baby. And as we were visiting the timeline of the past and the present, for me, because of the Andean cosmovision, the present, or the past was in front and the future was in the back. And as they came together, the future was overwhelmingly bright, and it just kind of enveloped the past, which was just a story that I had created. And the beautiful timeline that you mentioned now, connecting in a vertical way from heaven and earth, it is so important. And thank you for doing that, because as they come together, it's like we are the bridge between them, and we bring them together. And so in that moment, it just expanded all around as a very vibrant, brilliant light. I think as we are evolving and as we are remembering who we are and where we come from, and of course our individual missions, and then we know our collective purpose. Like, we all know this, and sometimes it becomes so many words, but it's the realization and the feeling that there is no separation, past and future. There is all just in this moment. So it was very rewarding to hear that reminder, and just opening myself to remember my origins, because I know we're in and out of remembering and forgetting, but like you remind me to live more in the future I am creating, rather than in the past that I thought it somehow created an identity for me for a long time. And remembering that future, which is completely open, all I could see in the future was this wide open door and a lot of light coming. So it is a story that I am going to write step by step. It's not concrete yet, but the possibilities are endless. So yeah, it was very powerful, because when you were saying the code, all I saw is that my whale with her baby just divided herself in 1,000 pieces. And she went in every single, maybe what is it called, a cell in my body. And they're there activating that memory, not only in my mind, but every single place in my whole body. And there was more to the meditation, because you really elaborated it, and I was able to follow you everywhere. But the main sense was just coming home, because I know I never left. It was just an experience that I chosen to have with all of you, but we're always in the center, and that is home. So thank you, my dear. It was very rewarding. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Maricela. You put so many words to, everything. The feeling before the gathering and coming up to it, and the meditation. Thank you so much. So beautiful. Thank you. Yes, Robin.
So again, so good to see you guys as well. So the really beautiful thing for me was that I've been called by my guides just very strongly to be doing just the same thing. And as you just, as your guides were speaking through you and communicating what they wanted to communicate, it was like just checking off each thing that I could just see coming out of my mouth, because it was just so synchronistic to everything that I'm getting from them as well, from my personal guides, and so that's so validating to know that we're all just, when we opened into the field, we're just accessing the same information basically, right? And so coming together like this is it's so important because it's not only just validating to what we're getting, but just also we're all hearing that this is really what it is we're to be doing right now, how important that really is, and this connection that we're all getting together. And so when I went into my past, I went into the waters, so that was really, I have a strong connection in that. And one of the things that surprised me that I've never experienced before was they showed me my fingers, and my fingers, all the digits on my fingers were the same length. And I don't remember what they told me, but they told me why it was that way. And there was a reason why at the time it was like it had something to do with being able to receive the transmissions stronger, or something having to do with activating or being able to hold the transmissions or something, why all of my digits were the same length. So that was really interesting. And then when we went into the vertical, I started coughing, and it was like it not even, it was one of those, you're releasing coughing, not a cough. And so that was nice to know that there was something that really needed to be released, so that I was able to do that. And just like Maricela said also, I feel like the whales are really coming in very strongly right now. And so I often see the whales coming in, and in fact, they've told me that that when they sing and they do their tones, that they are constantly transmitting these codes to us. And so it's like, so the codes are being put out there all the time, because and most people that hear them are thinking, well, they're communicating with each other, which they are also, but they're also just in this state of constant transmission of these codes to assist us. And so I thought that was really very cool that, synchronistically we're all picking up on the presence of the whale so strongly right now. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate and love, what you did today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And it's so good to hear all these confirmations, because it's so much with that whale, dolphin, crystalline, Christ consciousness, and Merlin.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Robin. So nice to see you again. Yeah, Mary Beth.
Not enough time to really talk about what happened, but I just wanted to, again, kind of piggyback on what Maricela said and Robin about the whales, because when you had introduced the whales and you talked about the coding and the whale was coming through me, and unlocking the code, but before you said unlocking, the whale, picture the Egyptian Ankh, the symbol of the Ankh. The whale was the cross and the lower part of the Ankh, and I was the top part. And so when it was to release, unlock the code, the two met and it became a key. More like the old-fashioned skeleton type of key that fits into and unlocks all the doors. So that just kind of blew me away, the way that kind of unfolded in a meeting of joining the codes and unlocking the code.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And yes, absolutely. It's so exciting. Yeah, thank you. Mariette?
You need to unmute yourself, Mariette.
Yes. Unmute yourself. Yes.
Finally did it. So thank you for letting me join. I got the invitation from Anne-Sophie on a few days ago and didn't know what would expect me. And I really enjoyed it. I just felt beside the experience of the transformation I felt so much love in the group, so much belonging together, such a warm welcome or get together feeling. So I'm really surprised and touched by this very much. Thank you to everybody for your beautiful energy. I would like to join again.
Yes, you're so welcome and so nice to see you. Yes. Yeah, welcome.
It's my heart, so
lovely. Yes.
I was just curious and didn't know what would happen. I had no background what is going to happen, and I was so touched by it. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, we're coming together.
I think I saw several people in the Stargate events, or at the Stargate events. So some faces. I have the feeling I remember the people, but I'm not sure. It doesn't matter.
Yes, no.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I as usually I don't intend to go straight into the meditation because I've set my mind that I was going to explain a few things and all that and this and kaboom, it just takes its own life, takes its own directions, and and if you feel drawn to activate in Stargate, and even if I haven't done it out loud, just for yourself, just do, just flow with it, because everything's boom, 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 boom. I'm just on the ride. Hi, Sherry.
Hello there. Hello, everyone. It was beautiful being with you in the quantum.
Yeah.